They weren't that attractive.
Yeah.
Nick Taylor looks at the bouncer and goes, "Can you turn the game on?"
You mean the people with $80 bed dances weren't hot?
There were a couple.
That's
there were
crazy.
a couple cuties there, but the one that was on stage was probably 300 pounds. She was big. And she was trying to be all sexy, and I'm like, man, she smells good, but that's about it. Like,
yeah, she smelled like your favorite meal, probably.
Yeah. You smell like pancakes.
She smelled like McDonald's hash browns.
Bro.
About to tell your second cable story.
Okay, so this is, I mean, I've got a ton, but this is one I think is funnier. I was me and my buddy were working at a house, and then I come outside and I'm looking up the telephone pole, but I have to climb it to hook up the neighbor stuff. And the lady comes out of the house next to it and starts talking to me. And she goes, "Hey, how much to turn on my cable?" And I was like, "I don't know, like $50. I just threw fit. She goes, "You got a girlfriend?" And I was like, "Well, I'm married." She's like, "Do you cheat?" I went, yeah. I was like, "What are we getting at?" She's like, "Come in the house for a minute." So I said, "Tom, I'll be right back." I walk in this lady's house because I already saw it was hooked up at the pole, right? So I walk in this house, and she's like, "Look," she goes, "I'll give you head or ass, whatever you want. Just hook it up." I was like, "No," I said, "I kind of need the money." Like, because she's
a piece of shit,
bro. She's telling.
No, this is how you make it when you're dealing drugs. You'd be like, people are gonna offer you ass all the time, and you'd be like, "Nah, I'm about the money."
How hard would it have been for you?
It's the same thing with cable, man.
Hold
Whether
on.
it's cable or crack,
Here's the thing.
stick to the money.
So when I'm in the living room, she's saying this the whole time. She's eating a pack of Nabs, the fucking peanut butter and cheddar crackers. There's cracker on her lip. And I'm looking at her mouth going, that would be a very rough blowjob.
That will cut my tiny dick.
I'm like, look, I said, I'll do it for $40. You got $40? And then all of a sudden, this big motherfucker comes out of the bedroom and hands me $40. I was like, this is fucked up. He goes back. I go outside, go back to the house next door, start helping Tom. And she's like, "You could turn me on?" I said, "You're already on." She goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, you just got to hook up to that cable hanging off the side of your house. You got cable." She goes, "You motherfucker." I was like... Then I left, called the fucking QC department of Comcast, and said, "I think the neighbor to my customer is stealing cable," and they audited her and fucking cut her off the next day.
Oh. How great would it be if the big
dude?
So I did my job.
Listen, I think that admitting that on a recording is probably worse than admitting that you were a pedophile. No. I think that's
how
worse.
is that? That wasn't a pedophile.
Gonna come for you. That's gonna come for you.
What's gonna come for me? That lady's dead. Like,
you think she's still alive?
How great would it be if you walked out like, no, I want to watch.
Bro, I'm sorry. I said last story, but once I started talking about this shit, they popped in my head. I
love it. Dude, bring it.
I saw a friend of mine walking down. It's called Jeff Davis Highway in Richmond, Virginia. It's where prostitutes are known to hang out. Mm-hmm. I see this girl I went to high school with named Angela. So I fucking pull over and I go, "Angela." She comes to the car. She goes, "How do I know you?" Bro, when she got close to the car, she had fucking like track marks, shit like fucked up with her face.
She was walking on the freeway?
She was walking where prostitutes hang out at.
Yeah, okay, go see it. Okay.
And then she goes, "Can I get in?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll give you a ride home." She gets in and she starts going, "Yeah, I was just looking for my friend out here, like can't find my dog." And like, she's like, "Are you single?" And she like, I tell she was trying to feel me out. And I was like, no, so I'm married, happily, whatever. I said, "But like, where do you live?" She had me drive her to her house and go, "Thanks." Then I went around the block, came back. She was already back on fucking Jeff Davis.
God.
She had the balls not to ask me if she could like fucking do something. She saved face.
Yeah.
And was like,
I can't let him know what
I'll let him get out of here knowing that I'm like, maybe he won't know what I'm doing.
That is the funniest thing, like when you're in a fucked up scenario of like the difference between your perception of it and reality of like, I can definitely convince them that I'm not where I'm at in life.
I wasn't convinced at all.
like
I used to date her sister.
Level of like just being like drunk and be like, I can convince these people that I'm not that drunk.
So then he calls and gets her cable cut off too. He's like,
bro, I'm gonna
throw up silently. No one's gonna know that I'm fucked up.
Dude, I had a woman offer me a blowjob to get a remote control from me. She walked up to my van. She sees a basket full of remotes. She goes, "Let me get one of them remotes." And I was like, "I can't give them away." She goes, "I'll suck your dick." And I went, "What did you just say to me?"
Like, I can give away all.
Listen,
the remotes.
if you're offering a blowjob for a remote control, it can't be worth that much.
Yeah.
No shit, because we're allowed to give them away for free.
Dude, I'm different. I would give her.
Why'd you lie?
I would give her a remote.
Because
for
I didn't
a
wanna give her
PlayStation.
one.
I would give her every remote. I needed. I'm like, I got PS4 remote. What do you
So
need?
you never had sex on the job.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's like, I don't know, man.
No,
I was,
Yeah, tell us a story where you actually went through with it.
No
man.
sex.
I want to hear your crazy.
No
story. I wanna
sex.
hear
No sex is an interesting sentence.
Did you jerk off a guy? But
I did get my dick sucked driving Uber.
that's recent because Uber was not around during AIM days.
Oh, can we cut that out?
Are you
Yeah.
still doing Uber? He's like, yeah. Cut
Are
that
you
out.
still doing it?
No. No.
Then you cut that out,
God
I'm so
damn
bored.
it.
No, it wasn't a customer. It wasn't a customer. He
was
dropped
getting
them
an
off.
Uber.
No,
He was getting picked up
He
by
dropped
an
them
Uber.
off.
Everyone-
He went off the clock.
Everyone pause very quiet for a second, so if y'all edit this out, it'll just jump.
They don't know how to edit, dude. They're dumb.
Yeah, dude.
Buddy, I'm telling you right now, as
Just
a
say you
person
were
who
getting
loves you,
picked up
do
in
not
an
expect
Uber
me
and
to
you got your
edit
dick
shit.
sucked.
Don't-
Just don't.
Don't tag me in this,
Okay, that's fair.
because my ex will fucking watch it, and then I'll have to be like, oh, she will. She has watched every fucking podcast I have ever done.
Wait. Now we're back in. She watches though. If we tell
Yes.
you, we need viewers. I don't know
Now
too
you can
much.
get a viewer out of it.
No.
Fuck yes.
She watched my Kill Tony set and fucking was talking about that, and she was like, "Oh, so you just out fucking all kinds of women, aren't you?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "I watched that thing you did with that fucking little Tony dude." And I went, "You watched my Kill Tony?" Like, what the fuck?
He wanted you guys to ask about it.
Yo, cut this out.
So I mean, she doesn't get mad because like we were divorced. Like it doesn't matter. But like I don't like her finding out weird things like that about me.
So can we hear the story?
No.
So you were getting an Uber and you sucked the Uber driver?
Yeah, I blew an Uber driver.
Okay, so let's say you.
No,
let's just make up a fake story where you were working for Lyft. And why don't you tell us about that? What happened there?
So like if when OJ wrote that book, if I would have did it, this is my
yes,
version.
this is if I were a Lyft driver.
No, I'm not going to tell
proceed.
that. I shouldn't even fucking dude. It came out. You know what it is?
You guys are good. You guys are the
His
Howard
water-
Yeah,
down.
that glass is still full.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
why.
mostly
down,
You know what
birds.
it is? It's this thing I've taken
I had
two
a.
sips of.
What did I drink first?
Tullamore Dew.
It was cologne. That's what it tasted like. It was so gross.
Telemore's not that bad. It's not good.
I don't drink.
Oh, you just did.
He's not.
Why did you-
The problem, but honestly, thanks for having us, guys.
We should.
No.
Should we have just had like fried appetizers when you showed up? Like what
Yes.
was-
Bro, that would have been a great.
What's
time.
your,
Some potato skins.
Calamari?
and just sitting there like,
Dude, I don't like
God.
calamari because I fish.
you know,
It tastes
the
rubbery.
cheese is
I
like,
don't like it.
perfectly melty, but the sauce is what
what
pulls
is
it all
your,
together.
Travis, what's your craziest road gig story?
Yes, we were gonna talk about that. yeah.
You probably have one too. You changed someone's
It
tires?
was with him.
Oh, you changed his tires?
This is how you know how unsuccessful we are. We're like, tell us about touring.
So what did you do in Kentucky?
What's it like?
What's it like
I didn't
in
play
What's
Kentucky?
it
I
like
didn't
to
play
be
Kentucky.
semi-successful?
What's it like in New Hampshire?
I've done Connecticut. Hartford's fun. We're going to Hartford in April.
We're going on tour.
Yeah, I got myself a little tour with the Funny Bones.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
You guys looking for an extra?
It happened within 2 days. I emailed Dave, and then I got replied back, and I got 3 clubs. I was like, well, that was fucking easier than I thought it was going to be.
Write this down, yo.
What you
Nope.
gotta do?
But what do you want? Like, what kind of crazy story you want from the road? Like,
The story when I asked you that question was stuck out the most in your mind.
I mean, I traveled with a hypnotist.
Fight, getting beat.
I've never gotten in a fight.
sex.
I've never gotten in a fight. I've never gotten in an argument. I had a comedian friend of mine get punched in the face after a set by an old man.
Yeah, that happens in Columbus like once a
I
week.
worked with a hypnotist for a long time.
Oh,
Oh, go
So
on.
I got to see some crazy shit with that. I helped him because he would put him to sleep or whatever he did. And yeah, here's the deal. I did probably fucking 300 or 400 shows with him, I think, over a couple years. And I seen people do things that I would never imagine that person would do from meeting them.
I'll tell you right now, I haven't seen a ton of those shows, but from what I've seen, people like to be a part of it, and they just get up and do
Yes.
the things, and then afterwards they'll
From
come
the
back to
thing-
their friends and be like, I wasn't really hypnotized.
The people who come on stage are already ready to participate.
Yeah.
So that's part of the battle is getting them on stage. Sometimes the shows, you'd have like 5 people walk up and he has 20 chairs. So he goes, "Please, come on up." Then he would have to narrow it down to the original 5 that came up in the first place.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. But anyways, I mean, I've seen black women rip their fucking weave off their head and throw it out in the audience. And I'm like, "Dad,
Okay,
she's
listen,
asleep."
If they would have gotten it wet, then I would believe they were hypnotized.
She was singing Aretha Franklin in Omaha, Nebraska.
That's
Takes her fucking hair and just fucking throws it and has nothing but her cap on that keeps her real hair down. And I was like, I can't believe. I said, them wigs are fucking expensive.
Oh, she went back and got it.
No, she got it.
Yeah, I know.
But I've seen dudes almost make out that didn't know
you
each
just
other.
said she was singing Aretha Franklin. It sounds fairly normal. I've seen it.
But
Everything you've
Was it a
described so
fat
far
black
seems.
woman?
yes.
All right, well, then we cracked the case.
So the thing is like he would get people to do this stuff, and like sometimes when the women would sit back down, their skirt would fly up, or like a fucking boob would almost come out. So I was in charge of like keeping it decent. So there were so many shows I was at that I had to walk up to the side of the stage, stare at the audience while I grabbed like their shirt and covered their tits back up, or put their skirts back over where because their fucking pussy was showing in the front row. And I go like this while he's still fucking doing his act, and I'm fucking covering him up, and then people would fucking applaud, and I'm like, not being a creep. I'm trying to fucking save this woman from exposing herself. But I did that probably 30 or 40 times over the couple years I worked with him, just hiding bitches' privates and shit. He would have, oh my God, he would talk to women, and at the end of the show, they would walk up to him, put their finger down their pants, and shove it in his fucking mouth. That was the end of his show sometimes.
I'm in the wrong field.
One night he did it, bro, and she fucking did it, shoved it right in his mouth. I saw his head trying to get away, and she kept going into it. He goes, "Oh, good night," and just and runs.
Yeah, dude, the Chris Brown, like,
He runs to the green room. I'm laughing because I kind of know what happened. I go, "You guys have a good night, whatever." I fucking run back to the green room. He's puking in the sink. I go,
She
"What's
got
wrong?"
him.
He goes,
She got him.
"Her pussy was so fucking gross." I go, "You have to expect that, dude. Like, what? That's
well, you picked her
You're
for your Final
gross.
5, dude. I don't know what you
Your
want.
Final 5.
Did you pick her?
dude." I worked with him for a long time. He died about 10 years ago.
Oh, damn. That's a damn. None of your stories end in good news.
It's just it was the fact that you said it as an afterthought. Yeah, I worked with him such a long. He died after.
He died. He died 10 years
It wasn't
ago.
even a main part of the story that he's already.
Did he have a good career?
Pussy killed him.
Bro, he was a funny bone regular. He would do 2 weeks a year in Columbus, 4 weeks a year in Omaha, 4 weeks a year in like Virginia Beach. So like he ate up a lot of the calendar. And he was getting paid anywhere between $7,000 and $15,000 a weekend in cash. I shouldn't. Oh, God damn it! Shouldn't say that.
He's dead.
Yeah, but the club don't want people knowing that. This was a
Don't
funny farm. Yeah. But dude, he would fucking.
This was at Junior's Bar and Grill in Columbus.
bro. He would mail envelopes full of cash home to his fucking wife.
Why would they pay him the cash?
What do you think?
I don't know. I generally don't
It's easier to hide
Yeah,
money
you
that
wanna learn,
way.
You want to learn. You want to learn hypnotist. Shit.
Dude, I thought about being a hypnotist for a long time after that, because of how much money
Can
he
I be
made.
the guy who pulls the panties?
I thought it
down
was
when you-
because he was women were shoving their pussy fingers in his
Dude,
mouth.
he would talk. It was always a fat girl at the end of, like, if they was on stage. He'd go, "When I say the word biscuit, you're gonna go do this," and he'd whisper in their fucking ear something and look at me and go, I'm like, God damn it. So when the big girl would be time, he'd go, "All right, go back to your seat," and they come down the steps. He'd go, "Oh, I love biscuits." They'd come up to me, pinch my cheeks, fucking like grab my balls and shit. And then they tell me how much they love me, and I'm like, "You gotta fucking stop this, dude." Because now
No, it's just because he said biscuits. They thought you were the Pillsbury Doughboy, and they got all excited.
They thought you. They
It
thought
would have
you
been
were
the same
what,
thing if they said croissants
Yeah.
or cinnamon rolls.
Gravy, and they squirt on.
no, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I did that for a long time.
That's how you know it's a real hypnotist. It's like, hey, when I say this word, say the N word. Anyways,
That's how you would
biscuits
know.
are crazy.
I'd be like, hey, when I say,
Oh yeah, she's a.
yeah, but anywhere, but most of these people are like fucking country folk that are gonna say it anyway. Listen, go do this in the middle of New York with a bunch of whites, And if they drop it then, that's how I know hypnotism is real.
I'd love to see it.
I used to ask him, I said, do you think it's real? And he goes, Travis, I've done thousands of shows. He goes, I've seen people do things I wouldn't think they would do. He goes, I know some people are faking. He goes, but I really can't tell you 100% or not. And I go, I kind of agree with you. I was like, I've seen people do shit. I've seen people who are acting, and you can tell they're acting. But some of them, it's like, what the fuck? Like,
I think it is people's one shot to be on stage, and I think it's people's one shot to like have one over on everybody else, where they can come back and be like, I wasn't really hypnotized.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people do that, and I've also seen people swear up and down that they were hypnotized because that makes them interesting. And then you'll watch them, and you can see them like opening their eyes and shit, and you're like, hey, you're so full of shit.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was that. But the thing is like, it was the same act every fucking night. And there would be customers who would come to 4 and 5 shows a weekend.
Damn.
We used to do 7 shows a weekend. Wednesday through Sunday. It was a blast. But like, come Friday night, you would start recognizing the audience as a comic. You're like, you were here the last 2 nights. And I'm doing the same shit. He's doing the same shit. How are you still having fun? And they're laughing just as fucking hard every show. It's the weirdest shit.
That's how my ego's different. I'm like, hey, you want to tuck my balls, don't you? That's why you want to tuck my balls.
That's why they keep coming back. They want
Everybody here wants to fuck me, am I right?
We have a road story together of going to Pennsylvania. We took him to his first strip club.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Hey, in Pennsylvania?
It was really
You
nice.
have to be awkward as shit in a strip club. There's no
You
way
couldn't
look
be
comfortable
further
at all.
from the
I
truth.
can promise you he's sitting
No,
just like that
you
with
couldn't be
his
more
Fort Lauderdale.
correct. He is literally the most awkward person I've ever seen at a strip club.
Yeah.
By the way, if this is in what part of Pennsylvania? Erie, Pennsylvania. The club we did the show at, like the bar area was here. We just walked to the strip club. It was connected to the fucking.
Oh, that's awesome.
One side of the place where we did a show, there was a strip club, and on the other side, there's an intramural softball game.
Yeah, Little League Baseball. So that's the setup. So after the show, we go to the strip club, and when you walk in, they go, "Have you ever been here before?" And you say, "No," because you haven't. They give you a tour, right? So a girl comes out, takes us through the place. This is the dance floor. This is this. Then this is where the bedrooms are at. We go down this other hallway. It's a bunch of bedrooms that you can get bed dances. And a bed dance is only $80. That seems like a good deal. Then there's a shower room. It's a fucking room like this big with plexiglass walls, right? Where they would, you don't remember any of this?
Not really.
It had like a shower where the girls would get behind the wall and take showers. And you could sit out there and watch them take showers.
How much is that?
I don't remember. I don't remember. It's me, him,
Bullshit,
John
you don't
Morris,
remember. You have
and Nick
ATM
Taylor.
statements,
You just remember
so you've still been
$80,
trying to
you can't remember
dispute
that
since
one.
So I
then.
thought that was a good deal. And I remember we were joking because it was me, him, John Morris, and Nick Taylor. And we were like, so what happens in the bed dance? She goes, it depends on which girl you get. And I'm like, so you're saying there's a chance? She's like, I can't say for certain what happens in there because the door is shut.
Oh.
And it's a bed. So, like, anyways, did he make you wear a T-shirt?
Oh yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't.
He was like 20.
You had to wear the pink t-shirt?
Maybe a neon t-shirt. It fucking was crusty, and it cuts you when you put it on too fast.
Oh, you're like a kid in a wheelchair at a dance party. It's like, well, you want to hang out? What's up? But I can't do the moves you
Dude,
want.
I didn't want to go. I was like talking to him. I was like, don't make me go. Please don't make me go.
We're like, it'll be fun. We'll go in. And he's like, this place is dirty. And me and John are like, this is actually cleaner
This
than
is
most
the
strip
greatest
clubs.
place I've ever.
Yeah, the bitches shower.
So
They're clean.
Nick Taylor doesn't really care for strip clubs. John was drunk, so John was like into it. We put dollars in front of him for the girl to come over and dance in front of him. He's like, thank you very much. Oh, you're so kind. You're so kind. It was like,
Arigato,
dude. And the girls are coming up to him going, you want a private dance? He goes, oh my God, you're so kind. Thank you. God bless. Just, I'm good. Dude, and we're laughing.
You're
and
like a missionary visiting a village of whores.
Bro, they weren't that attractive.
Yeah.
Nick Taylor looks at the bouncer and goes, can you turn the game
You mean
on?
the people with $80 bed dances weren't hot?
There were a couple.
That's
there were
crazy.
a couple cuties there, but the one that was on stage was probably 300 pounds. She was big, and she was trying to be all sexy. And I'm like, man, she smells good, but that's about it. Like,
Yeah, she smelled like your favorite meal, probably.
Yeah.
Salisbury
you smell like
steak.
pancakes,
She smelled like McDonald's hash browns.
bro. But it was so fucking funny.
God damn, why does she smell so
Use more
good?
vegetable oil. Come here, baby. You don't wanna-
Coming up next is Crisco.
That's a good stripper name, by the way. That's not a bad stripper name.
But yeah, I don't have many
That's like
stories.
a fat black stripper would be like Crisco.
Also, it could be a black.
Here's
the
one.
same, by the way.
Give it up
Kyle,
for Crisco with 3 Ks.
we got booked in Richmond, Virginia last year, and the club puts us up in a really fucking nice hotel.
Sandman's?
Yes.
Okay.
So we go to this club. They get a room. Him and John Morris get a room the night before, and I just stay at my parents' house, right? Because they live right up the street. So I go to my parents' house. He calls me nonstop all night long. John's fucking snoring. I'm going to kill myself. At 6 a.m., he's calling me, hey, you want to go get breakfast? You want to go do something? Because John snored so loud, he couldn't sleep. He's walking around the city of Richmond at 6
I
a.m.
was like 5. I was up all night, and eventually when the sun started to creep up, I go, I'm going to go for a walk.
I do believe.
Is this
you
how you
sleep? Like, this, by the way.
I wasn't sleeping. I
like
was
a
just
young
sitting.
Nosferatu? Is that how you sleep, dude? You fucking
Couldn't sleep.
vampire.
I just had to sit there. It's like, he's
Did
like,
you ride your bike by the old house, by the way?
No, yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind snoring, but like, John is so bad. To the point where, like, we had an intervention for him on that trip because he didn't know how bad it was. We filmed
Fat
him.
people snores are the worst. I
We
know.
filmed him, sent it to him. He goes, I had no
They're not that
idea.
bad.
I didn't know it was that
You're
bad.
not John Morris fat.
So when I go to the hotel and check in,
My girlfriend sleeps on the couch regularly because I can't
Really?
sleep.
I thought it's because this was your kingdom, dude, and you kicked her out. My bad.
so
Yeah,
me,
it's me and the dog in the bed, and she's on the fucking couch.
Lucky.
Those fucking kings sleep in the bed, and bitches sleep outside. What's up?
No, but me and Kyle shared a room that weekend, and poor Ray Hensley from Indianapolis come down and
Ray
Danger Hensley. We put him in the room with John. He was like, I don't care. I'll sleep through anything. But he even complained a little bit about it, like it was kind of loud. But Kyle's like, man, if you fucking snore, I'm going to just have to get my own room. I do snore sometimes, but if I start snoring, he go, Travis. And I go, huh? He go, you're snoring? I go, I'm sorry, man. And I would just roll over, and it'd be like a half an hour before I would snore
Yep,
again.
that's exactly what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Did they scare the fuck out of you?
You
on
did.
accident?
So when my mom left my dad,
I love the thought of Travis.
No. I used to do this when my mom left my dad. I had to share a 1-bedroom apartment with her when I was like 12, so we slept in the same bed. And when my mom, she snores heavy. If you smack them in the face, it buys you an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
So
You smacked your mom in the
hold on.
face?
I've told her
You
I've smacked.
you
I've smacked
wailed on your mom's face.
It's not like a hard smack. It's just like.
That's a fucking hard smack.
But she-
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's bring that up to a microphone
Yeah.
and hit that with the same
So
intensity,
you go like
please.
this, you go.
Yeah.
That's fucking hard,
feel
dude.
But then my mom wake up, huh? And then she go back to sleep peacefully. Then you got like a.
She wakes up with a black eye.
Well, it's better than a black guy. But she would. She would.
You mean your father?
Yeah. Well. My dad wasn't a good guy, but yeah. Then you got like a 45-minute window to fall
You
back
mean
asleep.
you mean your roommate from the basement?
Yeah, me and my dad are roommates. That's weird.
Your dad mate.
And he won't move out. It's annoying to me. I'm like, Dad, rent went up. He's like, cool.
That's interesting.
It went up
How you gonna
again.
cover it?
Make him cover the whole rent.
I'm charging him $1,000 a week. He's like, that's fine. I'm like, damn.
Did you? No.
No, it's not. It's like 200
Bullshit.
A week. It's 200 a week, but still,
I was gonna say you're not even charging him $1,000 a month. There's no fucking way.
it's 800,
How much is your rent?
He has a house.
1,400.
Wait, your rent is $1,400 for a house?
Yeah.
That's what you pay here, isn't it?
Hey, we gotta fucking move.
Yeah, it's 1,400, dude.
They have a yard.
Yeah, I know.
I have a huge yard. I have a fire.
And there are doors on the first
Hey,
floor.
It's not a huge yard. It's like 20 feet by 20 feet.
My
Chill
yard
out.
is giant. What do you mean? You've been in my backyard.
I know. It's itty bitty.
Is it the size of this room?
No,
It's like twice the size of this room.
I will take a picture of my yard and send it to you guys in the group chat. And fuck you.
But he's gonna have like a GI Joe in the corner, like a real person. Look how big my yard is.
I'm like,
Sorry,
dude,
the army came in.
GI Joe, GI Joe for scale.
I will take a picture of my backyard. It's not that small. You just don't remember it. You were drunk on Biscuit World.
Buddy, I went back there for your bonfire.
You
I
went
recall.
back there at night, and my yard is a pretty big backyard.
Buddy,
It's bigger than your patio on the corner. What do you mean?
Whoa, hey, you guys are arguing over an apartment and a
dude,
house.
what's up?
Yeah.
You guys go to your show. We got to work some shit out apparently.
yes, I agree that your yard is bigger than a patio deck. Yes, you're
yard's
correct.
pretty big.
Bragger.
My yard's actually pretty big for my
Hey,
neighborhood.
we say braga in
Oh,
this area.
No
All right.
hard R's in the bragger.
Oh, we got to get you guys out of here. It's 6:16.
Oh
That's all right.
boy.
We can wrap this shit up. It's been fun. Thank you guys for
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, man. That was
very
fun.
much enjoyed the stories. Feel free to check out these guys somewhere that
If you're,
they've already been there by the time you've seen this.
If you're Travis's ex, please watch it and subscribe. We could definitely
Yes.
use the viewers.
I'll
That's
message
great.
you.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Literally
Oh, this
message
is
them the
Charles.
link.
What is his name? Ellis? Whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
the-
Yeah, this is Charles Ellis.
The Richmond kid fucker.
You're so good at swords, dude. You're so fucking good at swords.
Well, I'm all hopped up on a White Claw surge, and I'm ready to go to 2 shows in Columbus, Ohio. So
Fucking A.
I'm ready.
I don't even know if I can
All
get
right.
into that show. But
Hell
let's
yeah.
cut it.
Guys,
let's
let's
get him
go
out of here.
let's go jog.
Jog.
Jog.